Hello, dear friends. It's wonderful to have you here with me today. Have you ever thought about something as simple as getting up in the middle of the night to use the restroom? It seems like such a normal, everyday thing, doesn't it? Especially as we get a bit older. But what if I told you that this seemingly routine act could, for some of us, hide a potential danger? It's a sensitive topic, but an incredibly important one for our well-being. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 10. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know so I can make a better video for you. Now, let's get started. I want to start by sharing something that truly underscores why we're talking about this. Imagine a gentleman, let's call him Mr. Harrison, a kind man in his late 70s who, like many his age, often woke up once or twice a night to go to the bathroom. One night, he got out of bed as usual, but tragically, he experienced a sudden cardiac event right there in his home. It's a heartbreaking scenario, and it brings to light a hidden risk associated with something as common as nighttime bathroom visits for seniors. This isn't meant to cause alarm, but to open a conversation about awareness and prevention, because understanding is the first step to safeguarding our health. Now, let's talk about the reality for many older adults. Waking up frequently at night to urinate, a condition sometimes called nocturia, is a very common experience. While getting up once, or perhaps even twice, might be considered within a typical range for some seniors, consistently waking up more often can be a sign of various underlying factors. It's certainly a significant bother, interrupting precious sleep and affecting how rested we feel the next day. But why does this happen so much as we age? There isn't just one single answer. It's often a combination of things. Firstly, our bodies naturally change. The bladder, for example, might not be able to hold as much as it used to, or its elasticity might decrease. The production of a hormone called antidiuretic hormone, which helps your body retain fluid and reduce urine production at night, can also lessen as we get older. Then, there are various health conditions that can play a role. For men, an enlarged prostate is a very common culprit. Diabetes, if not well managed, can lead to increased thirst and urination. Even conditions like heart failure can cause fluid to build up during the day, which the body then tries to excrete at night when you're lying down. And of course, our lifestyle choices matter too. Drinking a lot of fluids, especially coffee, tea, or alcohol, close to bedtime can naturally lead to more nighttime trips. Certain medications, like diuretics for high blood pressure, are also designed to make you urinate more. So as you can see, it's often a complex picture. So we've established that getting up at night is common, and we know some of the reasons why. But what's the connection to something as serious as a sudden cardiac event? This is where we need to understand a little about what happens to our bodies during these nighttime transitions. When you're in a deep sleep, your body is in a state of rest. Your heart rate is slower. Your blood pressure is generally lower. When you suddenly wake up and get out of bed, especially if you move quickly, your body has to rapidly adjust. Your blood pressure can experience a quick drop as gravity pulls blood towards your legs. Your heart then has to work harder and faster to pump blood up to your brain and maintain circulation. This sudden demand and the fluctuations in blood pressure and heart rate can put a strain on the cardiovascular system. Furthermore, the act of straining, perhaps if you're constipated or having difficulty urinating, can stimulate something called the vagus nerve. Overstimulation of the vagus nerve can sometimes lead to a sudden slowing of the heart rate or irregular heartbeats, which, in vulnerable individuals, could potentially trigger a more serious cardiac event. Think of it like an engine that's been idling suddenly being revved very hard. It can be a shock to the system. Sadly, the story of Mr. Harrison isn't an isolated one. Medical reports and anecdotal evidence from emergency services and doctors do point to instances where older adults have experienced heart-related emergencies during or immediately after a nighttime visit to the bathroom. These aren't front-page news every day, but the risk is real enough that it warrants our careful attention and proactive steps. The combination of a sudden change in posture, possible dehydration if one hasn't been drinking enough, the physical exertion of getting up and moving, and potential underlying heart conditions can create a perfect storm for some individuals. Now, I know this might sound a bit unsettling, but the wonderful news is that there's so much we can do to significantly reduce these risks. Knowledge is power, and by making some thoughtful adjustments, we can make our nighttime routines much safer. So, let's talk about prevention. First, let's consider our lifestyle habits. What and when we drink is crucial. Try to limit your fluid intake, especially in the 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. This is particularly important for beverages like coffee, tea, and alcohol, which can act as diuretics and make you need to urinate more. Of course, stay hydrated during the day, but taper off in the evening. Also, try to establish good bladder and bowel habits. Make sure to empty your bladder completely before you go to sleep. If constipation is an issue, address it with a fiber-rich diet and adequate hydration, as straining can be a risk factor. And one more thing, try to avoid very strenuous exercise or highly emotional or stressful activities right before bed. We want our bodies and hearts to be as calm and rested as possible as we drift off to sleep. Next, let's think about our home environment. Creating a safe path to the bathroom at night is so important. Ensure there's adequate lighting. This could be a dim night light in the hallway and bathroom, or easy-to-reach light switches. We want to avoid fumbling in the dark. The toilet itself matters too. If possible, a toilet that is at a comfortable height, not too low, can make getting up and down easier. Installing grab bars near the toilet and in the shower can provide crucial support and prevent falls, which can also be a shock to the system. And always make sure the bathroom floor is kept dry and free of clutter to prevent slips. A fall at night can be particularly dangerous. Finally, and this is so very important, please do not underestimate the value of regular medical checkups. These visits are not just for when you're feeling unwell. They are vital for prevention. Regular checkups allow your doctor to monitor your heart health, check your blood pressure, screen for conditions like diabetes or kidney issues that might contribute to nighttime urination, and review your medications. If you are experiencing very frequent nighttime urination, please discuss it with your doctor. It could be a sign of an underlying issue that needs attention. By catching potential problems early and managing existing conditions effectively, you can significantly lower many health risks, including those we've discussed today. To sum up, dear friends, while getting up at night to use the restroom is common for seniors, it's not something to be dismissed lightly, especially considering the potential, albeit slight, connection to heart strain. The good news is that awareness and proactive measures can make a huge difference. I truly hope this conversation encourages us all, not just seniors themselves, but also their families and caregivers, to pay more attention to this aspect of daily life. It's often the small details, the seemingly minor adjustments in habits and environment that can contribute most significantly to our safety and well-being. Let's look out for ourselves and for each other. Let's prioritize these gentle, guiding steps to ensure our golden years are as healthy and secure as possible. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope you found this information helpful and empowering. Remember to listen to your body. Make those small, wise changes. And always, consult with your healthcare provider for personalized advice. Take good care and be well.